back to my channel. So today's video is for the girlies who can't cornrow, or if you're like me, you can't cornrow with the nails, or you just don't feel like it. So this video is inspired by Ivy's video. So a couple of months ago, she did a video doing the crochet method, but she made hers, she used tracks and made like a half wig, I guess, and then she crocheted the front, and I was like, I can use that and not have to braid my hair at all. So this video will really help you if you want to do this method but you don't know how to braid, you don't want to pay for it, and you want it to be quick. So I'm using clip-ins. These are the 3B 3C clip-ins from CurlsQueen, and they're in 24 inches. I did cut it a bit, but you guys will see that in the video. But this is how it came out. It came out so good, y'all. And I did not braid at all. So let's get to the video. Okay guys, so I'm starting off with the clip-ins, freshly washed and deep conditioned. I use my LovelyB's co-wash and my LovelyB's leave-in, and this is how they look 100% air dried. So this is how I am starting off. My hair is freshly washed, but I do have leave-in conditioner in it, and then I just let it air dry. And now I'm going to section out our leave out. So you can leave out as much as you want. I like to leave out kind of a good amount because my hair is on the finer side, and I like to make sure that the tracks are completely covered. But you can leave out as little as you want. But this is what I'm going to section out, and then I'm going to go ahead and section out what usually will be my braid, but it's not going to be a braid this time because, again, this is for non-braiders. We're going to do the rubber band method. So this section right here that I'm doing the rubber band method with is just a thin part, and this is kind of going to be the anchor braid, and this is going to be the part that we crochet through. So it's going to make a nice little thin section, and then I'm going to go in with a bunch of tiny rubber bands to hold it in place as a braid. I'm going to clip that section out the way, and we're going to work on that section last. And now I'm just going to take my LovelyB's whipped curl cream, and we're just going to put a whole bunch of twists in the back of the head. Well, not a whole bunch. I probably did maybe like 10, if that. It depends on how much hair you got. You can do more or less. You can also do little individuals if you want, but I feel like twisting works faster for me. You just have to make sure it doesn't unravel. So one of the plus sides of this is not only is it good for a protective style and growing your hair out because you're keeping it moisturized, but you don't have to do any parts, y'all. It can literally look crazy like this and no one will ever know. So now we're going to work on the little anchor part that we sectioned out, and you're just going to take some little black rubber bands. I like to put a little bit of oil on mine so that they're not all rough and tugging at your hair. And then I'm going to go like little bitty cubes at a time. So I'm going to section a piece of my hair out, and then I'm going to put the rubber band on it. And then when I do the next section right next to it, I'm going to connect those two. You'll see in a second. Also, when you're doing this method, you want to make sure that you're not doing the rubber bands too tight because, one, it's going to hurt and feel like you have a real sewing in. And two, you want to be able to slide the crochet needle underneath. So now I'm taking out the next section, and I'm just going to take that section before putting it in a rubber band. I'm going to connect it right to the section that's already in the rubber band and add another rubber band, y'all. And I'm going to do this the entire way across my head from ear to ear. Once I get to the other side of my ear, I'm just going to take what's left and twist that up with a little more curl cream, and it should look something like this, you guys. No braids needed, super quick, super easy, and then you just put that one with the rest of the twist in the back. So you can do a few different things. One, you can do a low bun if you don't mind having that bun back there, especially if you don't have that much hair or your hair is on the finer side like me. You can totally get away with that. But I just like to do two little twists. So I combine all of the twists in the back into two twists, and then we're going to twist those up. If I say twist one more time, y'all, we're going to twist those up and do my little clamps like I always do to keep it in place. you see me doing this little twirl just to make sure the hair is like flat and tight and not all bulky. Like I didn't want all of the braids to like poof up, so I just twisted it. And then I'm going to use these little, I don't know what these clips are called, y'all, but I use these clips all the time for my wigs, and just crisscross my hair and clip it, and it should be super flat. And this is just a nice, easy braidless base. Okay, so here I'm just showing you guys how many clips you get. So you get 10 in total. You get 4 with the 2 clips, 2 with the 3 clips, 2 with the 4 clips, and 2 with the 5 clips. So I know a lot of companies now are giving less, I think like 7 or something like that, but CurlsQueen is still giving 10. So then I'm just measuring them out. So I'm taking the 5 clip, I'm taking one of those and I'm saving it because it's the perfect length for that top piece. So I'm putting that to the side so I don't accidentally use it. And now I'm starting with the 3s in the back. So I did both 3s, and then I went with the 5, the second 5, and then the 2 4s, and then I placed the 2s around the top. You guys will see it. So for the 2s, I put 1 right in the middle, and then I put 2 right next to each other going up the sides. And then for the 3rd one, because I wanted to leave room for that 5, I just found a spot in the middle to put it. I just like lifted the hair up and found a place that kind of had a big gap, and I filled it in right there. And then I'm going to go in with the 5th one. So for that one, we're going to put it right up on our little rubber band situation. So you're going to put it right behind it, but just leave a little bit of room because you're going to want to have some room to pull the hair through. So your hair should look something like this now, and now you're going to grab your crochet needle and you're going to go right up under your faux braid. So you're going to slide the crochet needle under, and then you're going to grab a piece of your clip-in hair, clamp it in, and then put it back through, and then flip the hair over, and it's going to cover your faux braid. So after doing a couple of them, I realized that it's easier to do it on wet hair because wet hair breaks apart and slides easier than dried hair. So I just added a little bit of water, and then I'm going to start off with the section already in my hand, then sliding the crochet needle under the faux braid, pulling it back through and flipping it over. And I'm just going to continue this around the entire front, and then I'll zoom in on another part where you can get a better view of what I'm actually doing. And here's kind of a before and after of what it will look like with half done and half not. So you can see the rubber bands, you can still see the track behind it. And this one looks like it is sewn into my scalp a little bit. So you also want to make sure that you're going under the rubber band. That's another reason why I said don't make it too tight so that you can slide the crochet needle underneath. So you're making sure that you're covering that part. And once you crochet the hair from ear to ear, it should look something like this. For my leave out, I added water in my curl cream, and then I'm going to go in with my dimming brush, and then I also added water in the curl cream to the back of the hair. Next, I went in with my diffuser, and then I'm going to go ahead and push my curls back and break them apart, and then go in with my LovelyB's edge control just so I can kind of get everything blended in together. And then after I go in with the edge control, I'm going to brush that in, and then I'm going to go in with the Frieda holding spray. I can't remember the exact name, but I'm going to show you guys what the can looks like. So I tied it down for a bit, and then I cut some layers in it using my little razor, but for some reason that footage was dark, so it's not included. But I did cut a few layers in the front. So after I let it sit, I'm going to take the scarf off, and look how this looks, y'all. It looks so freaking good. But I'm just going to play with it for a bit to make sure all of the tracks are covered and to like fluff it out a bit. And that is it for this video, you guys. I will have everything down below for you. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up for me. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next one.